Miya Ponsetto, woman who falsely accused black teen of stealing her phone at Nick Hotel, makes plea deal. Miya Ponsetto, who was caught on camera attacking a black teenager in a New York City hotel lobby after accusing him of stealing her cell phone, agreed to a plea deal on Monday. Miya Ponsetto, 23, of California, pleaded guilty to unlawful imprisonment in the second degree as a hate crime, according to the Manhattan District Attorney. Miya Ponsetto, also known as Soho Karen, was thrust into the national spotlight after footage of the incident went viral on social media in December 2020. She attacked 14-year-old Keon Harold Jr. and his father in the lobby of the Arlo Hotel in Soho, accusing the teen of stealing her iPhone. Her lawyer later confirmed she actually left the phone in an Uber. Miya Ponsetto pleads guilty to tackling black teen at Soho Hotel. Miya Ponsetto admitted to committing a hate crime in the 2020 episode, parts of which were captured in a widely seen video. If Miya Ponsetto adheres to the terms of her probation in a separate California case and stays out of other trouble for 2 years, she can enter a new plea to a lesser charge. Credit: Ventura County Sheriff's Office, via Associated Press. A California woman who tackled a black teenager at a Soho hotel after falsely accusing him of stealing her cell phone pleaded guilty on Monday to a felony hate crime charge stemming from the altercation. Parts of it were captured in a widely seen video. Under the terms of her plea, the woman, Miya Ponsetto, 23, avoided jail time and can enter a new plea to a lesser misdemeanor charge if she completes her probation in a case of driving while intoxicated in California. She must also continue counseling and have no encounters with the criminal justice system for the next 2 years, officials said. The hotel episode was a high-profile example of the kind of false accusation black people routinely confront in New York and elsewhere. It came several months after a white woman called 911 to falsely claim that a black birdwatcher in Central Park was threatening her life. Last year, a lawyer for Ms. Ponsetto said that she is of Puerto Rican and Vietnamese descent. In his statement announcing Ms. Ponsetto's plea, Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan District Attorney, highlighted what he said was her outrageous behavior in tackling Keon Harold Jr., the 14-year-old son of a prominent jazz musician, in the lobby of the Arlo Hotel in December 2020. As a black man, I have personally experienced racial profiling countless times in my life, and I sympathize with the young man victimized in this incident, Mr. Bragg said in the statement. This plea ensures appropriate accountability for Ms. Ponsetto by addressing underlying causes for her behavior and ensuring this conduct does not reoccur. Ms. Ponsetto's lawyer, Paul D'Amelia, said in a statement that he and his client were pleased that today's proceeding brought this unfortunate misunderstanding closer to a final resolution. We are appreciative of the district attorney's thoughtful and empathetic approach to finding an acceptable conclusion, Mr. D'Amelia added in the statement, especially in light of the unreasonable pressure brought to bear by many voices not familiar with the more granular details of what occurred that evening. The many voices comment was an apparent reference to the angry public outcry the episode touched off when the video capturing parts of it began to ricochet across social media shortly after the altercation occurred on Dec. 26, 2020. The video was filmed by the jazz trumpeter Keon Harold, who was staying at the Arlo with his son. The two had just come down to the hotel's lobby for brunch when Ms. Ponsetto, whom they did not know, accosted them. The video shows tensions escalating quickly, with Ms. Ponsetto insisting that the teenager has the phone and yelling at father and son, as Mr. Harold insists that she is in the wrong. No, she can be heard yelling, "I'm not letting him walk away with my phone." The video also shows a man who identifies himself as a hotel manager saying he is trying to help while appearing to confront the teenager about the phone. Separate footage captured by a hotel security camera shows Ms. Ponsetto tackling the teenager. The phone was later found and returned by an Uber driver. Ms. Ponsetto, who fled from the hotel, was arrested in California about 10 days later, but not before participating in a nationally televised interview that quickly turned from an opportunity to apologize into an exercise in making excuses. In an interview with the New York Times shortly after the hotel episode, Mr. Harold said the events had left him shell-shocked. "I wonder what would happen if it were different, if it were a black woman and there was a white 14-year-old, he added in the interview. He also condemned the way the hotel manager had confronted his son. They assumed he was guilty. The hotel subsequently issued a statement in which it apologized to Mr. Harold and his son, saying it was deeply disheartened about the recent incident of baseless accusation, prejudice, and assault against an innocent guest. The original charges in the case did not include hate crimes, but the district attorney's office added 2 counts of second-degree unlawful imprisonment as a hate crime last year. Ms. Ponsetto pleaded not guilty at the time. On Monday, she pleaded guilty to 1 count of second-degree unlawful imprisonment as a hate crime, a felony. If she adheres to the plea's terms, she will be allowed to plead guilty to second-degree aggravated harassment, a misdemeanor that includes a hate crime element, in 2 years. In his statement, Mr. D'Amelia said that it was Ms. Ponsetto's wish that Keyon Harold accepts her regrets and apology for her behavior that evening, and that all involved can move forward with added insight and compassion. Reached on Monday, Mr. Harold said that such an apology was inadequate for his son having been wrongfully and aggressively attacked in the lobby of the Arlo Hotel in an unprovoked assault, and that it minimizes the trauma that Keyon, Jr., continues to feel. However, he added, we not only blame Ms. Ponsetto for the attack but the Arlo Hotel for allowing it to escalate and to go on unabated. Mr. Harold has sued Ms. Ponsetto, the hotel, the company that owns it, Quadrant Global, and the manager over the episode, which Mr. Harold describes in court papers as yet another instance of African Americans being harmed by baseless accusations while going about their daily life. Quadrant's media department did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Jonah E. Bromwich contributed reporting. A correction was made on April 10, 2022. An earlier version of this article described incorrectly Miya Ponsetto's guilty plea. She can enter a new plea to a lesser charge, a misdemeanor, if she abides by the plea's terms, but it is not the case that the lesser charge will not include a hate crime element. The error was repeated in the digital summary. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow my other social media platforms too, my brothers and sisters.